Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well today. The songs that came through for today's reading were Aaron Lewis, again. We've had that one recently. And 1,000 Years by Christina Perry. And again by Aaron Lewis is a song about somebody who feels like the only right moves they've made are taking the wrong roads in life. So it's like, the only thing I can do right is mess up. And I would give everything to feel anything again. So it's this sense that you're numb, you don't feel anything anymore. You've lost feeling somehow. And then the song, 1,000 Years is about meeting somebody and you're like, how can I fall? How can I love if I'm afraid to fall? And then it goes on to say something like, when I see you alone standing before me, it gives me the courage to try. And then it says, I'm one step closer. I've loved you for 1,000 years. Darling, don't worry. I'll love you for 1,000 more. So there's a sense of somebody that you feel like you've known forever. But you can't be with that person for whatever reason. So you're still waiting for something. I don't know. Alright, Spirit, how do you want to start? Let's see what the virtues are for today's reading. Virtues for the collective. Love came out all by itself. With self-control, you're still waiting for love. You're having gratitude. That's pretty much what I just said, I guess. You're having wait for this love. You're having to control yourself when it comes to this love. I'm here to use the black cards, White Witch Tarot. I'm going to find out how Spirit's working here. Spirit, how are you working in this situation? Whatever this situation is. The Strength card is trying hard to come out. And I had to take the Strength card out. We got the Magician in reverse, which is not a real positive card. And I have a bonus card here. Ooh. The Tower. Alright. When the Tower is reversed, it's inevitable. And there's a tower coming. There's a tower moment coming, but it's moving slow. So it's not hitting you as hard. Everything's coming out in reverse. So there's something that you haven't quite gotten over. You just haven't been able to get over. And either there's manipulation and somebody doesn't realize it, or they're manifesting and they're going to realize this. Something. I'm not really sure yet. I'll have to pull more cards on that. Let's see what the Energy Oracle has to say, because I'm not really sure. I have a man holding a coin and the moon. Cancer, the goddess of the moon, which is like the high priestess. It could be a Pisces also, or Scorpio. The goddess of the moon and the heart chakra. So it's like using your intuition about your heart chakra. Blossoming abundance and using your intuition about blossoming abundance. Alright, Spirit, what are you trying to say here? There's a woman who's attached. There's a thinking woman here in reverse, an attachment, and appreciation. But the gratitude came out in reverse. That's why Spirit's working on your gratitude. And there's some kind of unhealthy attachment, but you don't think you have this unhealthy attachment. And then the door to personal healing and happiness. So you have an unhealthy attachment to something, but you don't think you have this. And there's a lack of gratitude. You may have an unhealthy attachment to somebody who's not really appreciating you. I'll have to go a little further, but what it's leading to is your personal healing and happiness, having this attachment. You're attached to something, but somebody's taking off their mask. So maybe you're going to take off your mask and realize, oh, like you could be wearing a mask and pretending like you're not attached to this. That could also be the case. You could have long brown hair. There's a lack of appreciation in a woman who's not thinking. Let's see what's going on here. 47. When she's in reverse, this card reverse could represent a difficult time for your own personal growth. You may be feeling confused about your personal purpose or disconnected from your heart's true path. Look within and open up to your own inner guidance. Trust your intuition about what you need to learn in order to move on. The thinking woman reversed could also indicate a woman who is misleading you or giving you misinformation of some sort. Be aware and set boundaries. Remember, your own spirit is always your best guide. So there could be somebody who's giving you bad information. Or you might feel like you're not on the right path and you're not sure. There's an attachment here. In the upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? The phone's ringing, and here comes the distraction. Okay, sorry about that. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. So you could have issues with a woman who is not being honest with you or has been a difficult connection for you. And then there's this lack of appreciation. But it's leading you to personal healing and happiness. This is the healing that's needed right here. Choosing gratitude. The appreciation card reversed is warning you that you're missing some important opportunities. You've lost your sense of gratitude and have gotten caught up in the prickly brambles of negativity and possibly even despair. Stop focusing on what you don't have, even if it seems to be a lot. Instead, find something to appreciate about yourself and your life. Choose to focus on the little things with gratitude and acknowledgement. Your refusal to appreciate even the small pleasures will cause them to drop from your hands and keep you stuck in some of your problem patterns, causing you to lament your lack even more. Let go of this negative focus and spend some time every day acknowledging what you do have to be grateful for. Remember, the more you appreciate your life, the more life will appreciate and value. So you're stuck in some unhealthy patterns. This woman could be you. You could have just lost direction. Somehow you've either lost your way or somebody has been deceiving you. And we see deception here, and that you're going to realize that you're being deceived. But you're attached to some negative patterns of behavior or some kind of addiction. You're trying to be taught self-control. So this could definitely be an addiction. You could have an addiction to social media, the internet, games, food, sex, drugs, rock and roll. Just kidding. Food, sex, and drugs. Anything that's addictive. Gambling. Somehow you have these things, but you don't think you have them. And you have no appreciation, and it's keeping you stuck. These patterns and this lack of appreciation are keeping you stuck in a very negative place. And Spirit wants to get you here, to the door to healing and happiness. This card is a harbinger of positive change. The beautiful light-filled door opens onto a lush rainbow-lit spring field with vibrant lotus flowers. Whether you're working on some inner healing such as breaking an addiction or looking to make some external changes such as finding a new place to live, this card signals that your life is opening up and new opportunities are about to appear. The change you've been working on are ready to blossom with wonderful results. So make sure you see your personal intentions through with continued and optimistic expectation. And so we see here, with your lack of appreciation, that you're missing opportunities. So you've got to somehow be healed of these unhealthy habits, these unhealthy attachments that you don't think you have, so that you can have new opportunities. That's what it's saying. And it's this is the World card. There's a cycle in your life that you are closing out, but it's closing out slowly because of, I think, your own denial about the situation. And I think that you have someone you love that you can't be with. And that's what's essentially, that's what's at the core of this, is that there's someone you want to be with, but you can't. And so instead of making the necessary changes in your life so that you can get out of this negativity, you're kind of stuck in this place of negativity. That's the feel that this has anyway. Alright. What does your higher self want to tell you about this situation? Higher self, what would you say? I have go within and dreams. Go within and pay attention to your dreams. Pray in your dreams. Oh, one popped out. Failure. So you feel like a failure. Worry and dreams. Right now your higher self says you're feeling like a failure, or you've had a failure. Something about failure. What else, higher self? It was it popped out with force. Your higher self is saying, pray, help is on the way. You've had a failure, but pray because help is on the way. And go within. Go within and pray, help is on the way. When it comes to failure, it might feel like a failure. You know, in that first song, again, it talks about how all I know how to do is fail. All I know how to do are take the wrong roads in life. And maybe somebody told you that you were a failure. Maybe somebody has told you in the past that you were a failure, and you have taken this on as a part of you. Like, I can't do anything right. No matter how hard I try, I'm not good enough. And then I have no appreciation for this life because I've been given this short end of the stick. Whatever is attachment here for you, it could be an addiction for sure because of self-control. This is also a Sagittarian energy. We have a Gemini, we have Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, and then we have a Taurus vibe with the World card coming in the reverse here. All of your cards are coming in reverse so far, except for this attachment you have. You're determined that's part of who you are. And it may be, what else, Spirit? I'm hearing biscuits, butter, and blessings for some reason. May I have a message from biscuit, butter, and blessings? Eclipse. When we have God in clear focus, His powerful presence eclipses our fear. So you have a lot of fear. This attachment could be your fear. Eclipse. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. Joel 2:31. During a total eclipse, the entire sun is covered for a few minutes by the moon as it moves in front of the sun. For those few minutes, the earth is darkened. Animals and insects react as if night has fallen. Songbirds go silent. Chickens begin to roost, and mosquitoes start biting. Tides change too, and so do shadows. The shadows of leaves exhibit curious crescent shapes on the ground. Jesus warned that immediately after the tribulation, Matthew 24:29-30, the sun would be darkened and the moon would not give its light. The stars would fall from heaven and the powers of heaven would be shaken before His return. Every person on earth from every tribe, nation, and tongue will see the Son of Man returning to earth on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Faith check. Think of an eclipse as more than just a natural wonder. Perhaps an eclipse is a reminder to us of who is in charge. The warmth of sunlight, the air we breathe, the food we eat are all elements of our life that we take for granted. Remember not having any gratitude? On that great and terrible day of the Lord when Jesus returns, many will recognize and realize too late who He truly is. And a fatal darkness will fall for them, a permanent eclipse. Those who reject Christ will never again see the light or feel the warmth of His love. The darkness they once embraced will be their portion forever. Wow, that was powerful. That's powerful stuff right there. So somehow there's an eclipse that's significant to this, I think, is what's being said there. And that eclipse is going to be powerful for you. But if you're not healed, if you don't do this healing work, it may be too late. Because you have to let go of this attachment when that eclipse is ready to take it. The eclipse helps to take things away from us. But it's only going to take what you're ready to let go of. It's not going to force anything out of your hand. But this is leading to your personal healing and happiness. I have number 47, number 5, number 15, and number 34. All right, let's see. What else, Spirit? What else do you want to look at? Let's see if we can find out how this happened. How did this happen, Spirit? This feels like a very heavy reading. Somebody wanted to go on a journey. That's how this happened. There was a journey. Alright, what was being hidden? Or what is being hidden? A privileged lady and a family room. So you wanted to go on a journey, and secretly there's a privileged lady with a place for you to stay. Alright, what's being shown? That somebody had expectations. What were their expectations? Unexpected income. So this person was letting you come stay with them because they thought you were going to bring unexpected income. Or maybe you did bring unexpected income. What's going to happen next? Somebody's going to be highly honored, respected. And they're not going to have any bad health anymore. Clarify the high honor. What are they highly honored for? A main female. There's a main female that's going to show you respect. That's what's going to happen next. And the lovers. This could be somebody that you're in love with. This person is going to have a lot of respect for you. This female. It could be this one that's not been showing you respect. But you wanted to go on a journey, and secretly there's a privileged lady with a place for you to stay, or that has a family room. But what's being shown is that there's unexpected income that they're expecting. That they expect unexpected income. So they didn't expect this income. Or they did, but they didn't get it. I don't know. The expectation card came out in reverse. So it's like, I wasn't expecting this unexpected income. I wasn't expecting to make money off of this. And somebody's going to have a lot of respect. And a main female. I'm not really sure what's being said just yet. But somebody wanted to travel, to go somewhere. And secretly there was a privileged lady with a place to stay. A family room. A couch you could sleep on. Or something like that. But they were expecting you to pay your way, I think. And now there's a main female that has a lot of respect. Maybe you have a lot of respect for this main female. But that's what's going to happen next. But somebody, it looks like, was manipulating, is causing a tower. You're going to realize that somebody's manipulating. Here comes another damn phone call. I can't even get the reading started good. Alright, show me how this happened. Because I see that we have something weird going on here. Show me how this happened. Something was unintentional when it came to a strategy. So maybe you didn't expect to have unexpected income, and it brought unexpected income. And this is bringing a lot of respect for this female. Strategizing when it comes to control. Remember your self-control. You're trying to come up with a strategy to help you control yourself. Or to control something. One more time. Friendship and strategizing. So this could be a friend that you were planning on staying at their house. And you weren't expecting anything out of this, but you had unexpected income. What's going to be happening next is somebody's going to have a lot of honor, high honor for a main female. How did this happen? Something's not for you. There's unsent messages, and you were overthinking, or trying not to overthink this, and making silent moves. So somehow something was not for you. And somebody was having a hard time telling you that. So rather than tell you that, they tried not to overthink, but they were overthinking. And they were making moves in silence. So they were trying to go on this trip secretly, I think. All right, what's being hidden? That they were trusting the plan. They're on the verge of telling you how they feel about waiting and fantasizing. So secretly, somebody's trusting the plan. They're on the verge of telling you how they feel. This person's been waiting and fantasizing. What's being shown? That somebody's trying to erase this, and there's gossip. I'm trying to delete everything that reminds me of you, that there's gossip. So secretly, you wanted to tell this person how you felt. You knew they were waiting, and you were fantasizing about this. But out in the open, you're pretending like you've forgotten about this, and there's gossip. Somebody can't be trusted. So what's going to happen next? And then I'll get the gossip. Somebody's in denial. They're incomparable. And work is here. It's easier to just deny my feelings for you. But you're incomparable. That's the high honor. This woman is incomparable. And somebody's going to work. With competition on the bottom of the deck. Why is the world in reverse? Because somebody can't be trusted. That's the healing you have to have, and don't force it. So somebody can't be trusted. You don't trust them. You're getting over this. You're healing, and you don't want to force this. You're like, I'm not gonna force myself on you. Either you want to come see me or you don't. I'm just going to work. Look, I don't need this player. The player's in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Alright, so let's see what the gossip is. Let's start out with this deck over here. Right out the gate we have gossip. What's the gossip, Spirit? That somebody's a player and they're in isolation. They're a player and a liar. Ooh. They're a player and something happened in spring. Alright, what's the gossip here? There was supposed to be a date. And there's a secret admirer. So you may have had a date with a secret admirer. You were supposed to have a date and there's a secret admirer. And your sparkle, your wish, your surprise is in reverse. What was the outcome of that? There was a twist of fate because somebody felt like it was too dangerous. Be careful, caution. This is too dangerous. Somebody's dominant and manipulative. So somebody pretty much said, you were supposed to go on a date and you were admiring somebody, or somebody was a secret admirer. Maybe you had a date with a secret admirer and the twist of fate was like, I better be careful. This could be dangerous. Somebody acting dominant and manipulative or something to that effect. Alright, so let's see what else comes out of this other deck. What's the rest of the gossip here? May I see, please? Somebody's under spiritual attack and they're a copycat. It sounds like serial killer stats to me. Chill out and copycat. Stop copying me all the time. And, oh, card in the wrong deck. Somebody is being persistent. Like, they're determined that they're going to get this. Somebody's a copycat and the police were involved. You're determined that you're going to go after somebody that's been in trouble with the law? Alright, what's the gossip? That somebody's spoiled and they know they fucked up because somebody was expecting a new beginning. So somebody was expecting to go on a date with you, and the date got ended because somebody felt like it was too risky. Total drama and action. So they're spoiled, and they know they fucked up. Maybe because they were spoiled by this privileged lady they had in secret, and then they found out that you had somebody else that was waiting and trusting the plan, and they were pretending like they had just forgotten about this person. And now somebody's in denial. They don't realize how incomparable this person is and how much this can work. Is there any more tea we need to know about? Yeah, there was supposed to be a date. Somebody's a copycat, and the police were involved. Copycat could be a twin flame. There was supposed to be a date, and the police are involved. Somehow the police are involved here. And somebody needs to chill out. They're busy. They need to chill out, but they're busy. Okay. So now we see what the gossip is. There was supposed to be some time spent together. And somebody was pushing it. Like, don't force it. They were forcing it. They were trying to force this up this mountain. And it wouldn't work. Because somebody else was like, this is too dangerous. I'm not gonna do this. It's too dangerous. It's putting me at risk if I do this. Maybe because they've been in trouble with the law. But it happened because you felt like this was not for you. You couldn't tell this person. You were overthinking and you were making silent moves. So it sounds like that's the deception. Is that you told somebody you would come and see them, but you weren't ever planning on doing it, or you felt like it was too risky. You felt like it was dangerous. Caution. But what's going to happen next is there's going to be a main female with a lot of respect, and somebody's in denial about being incomparable and work. Anything else we can tell about this? How did this happen? Somebody wanted to be present, have abundance and gratitude. Somebody was present, had abundance and gratitude. What was being hidden? That in the summer, there was deception. Could have been last summer or this summer. What's being shown? That they don't have a contract, career, or commitment. And what's going to happen next? Whoa, it all came out in reverse. It could be just that it hasn't happened yet. Somebody's trying to get the courage to change so they can fulfill their wishes. Why is it in reverse for this? Because they were rejected. So somebody is afraid to change. Somebody's afraid of this, even though it would be a wish. Even though they wish this would happen, they're afraid of it because they've been rejected. What's the truth? That there's not been any apology. There needs to be an apology and forgiveness. This has been a dark time, and somebody feels guilty for sabotaging this. So you were rejected, so you're scared. Somebody has like fear of rejection and unforgiveness. Anything else we need to know? There's communication here. Somebody has a lot of vanity, pride, and ego. This communication, travel, there's a lot of ego. Why is there so much ego? Because of somebody being separated, closed off, guarded, and resistant. That came out in reverse too. This is somebody who's longing for separation. Somebody may talk to you about this and say, you know what, I want to get away from this person so bad, and I'm just trying to stay separate from them as much as possible. What's the Tower and the deception? That somebody has a lot of toxic patterns and they need to express their truth about forming a solid foundation. Somebody has toxicity that they're trying to deal with. They're trying to get over this toxic stuff, these unhealthy attachments, so they can express their truth and form a solid foundation and not have regret. Where are they at in that process? They're taking care of themselves. There's been an unexpected storm. There's a lack of abundance, gifts, and stuff like that. And they want something new, a new offer. They want to start something new, but they have doubt and lack. They're practicing self-care through a storm. They don't have anything. It's like they don't have any celebration, abundance, and gifts, but they have to start something new. What's the storm? The twin flame card flipped over. With your ancestors helping you manifest this. Disharmony, conflicts, and triggers. And lack and suffering in the past. So there's a twin flame that your ancestors are helping you to not be at it. It's like you're at this place of denial. Remember the denial? Because of something that happened in the past. What's the Ace of Pentacles? It's you doubting that you'll ever have union with this person. So you're going to start something new. Trust divine timing. What's the truth about this union? Somebody's frozen. Alright, what should this person do? Roaming wild and distance. This person's going to roam wild and go somewhere. Oh, card in the wrong deck. Two of them. In the fall, there was chemistry. Alright, why are they roaming wild? Because of a resentment, dark influences, no boundaries, and no pride. It's like this person has no pride in themselves. They have a resentment, they have dark influences, horrible boundaries, and a lack of pride in themselves. Like, no shame. I'll ask anybody for anything. Anything else we need to know here? That it's only you in despair. So you're the only one that's falling apart here. The other person doesn't give a damn. What's the other person doing? Having a new beginning. Something's being hidden. There's a fantasy here. And time is a factor. But somebody's hiding the fact that they have a fantasy that they want to fulfill in the right time. And that it's about going in a new direction. That they don't want to have consequences and there's confusion. What are they going to do next? They're going to have a friend that they can't let go of. But they're going to stop avoiding this. What's going to happen with this friend? They're conflicted about it. And they're like, maybe one day, someday, another time, this can happen. Because they have fear. Oh. This is not a good feel to this reading. It's like There's a lot of potential here, but there's nothing happening here. Somebody's frozen. They're so cold. I don't see this happening. I think that this is a fantasy right now. I think that it's time to let this go. I think I'm gonna pull some more cards. I just gotta get some of this up. Somebody here is having a hard time letting something go. They're roaming wild. They're at a distance. There is chemistry here, though. Or they have chemistry with somebody else. I'm not really sure about that. I suggest, if you want my 2 cents worth, focusing on yourself right now, because this person has a lot of work to do. And I think that what you're worried about is that they won't wait for you, but it said in the song that they've been waiting for 1,000 years. And they would wait 1,000 more. So maybe they will wait, but if they don't, that's just too bad. You're not ready for this. Remember I said if an eclipse comes and you're not ready, you won't have the results you're looking for. So because you're not ready for this, somebody's being encouraged not to force it, to get their healing on. You can't be trusted, or they can't be trusted. Somebody can't be trusted here. There was a lot of gossip. This person secretly is trusting the plan, and they're on the verge of telling you how they feel. They're waiting, and they're fantasizing. But what they're showing other people is that they've forgotten about you. And I think you've been persistently trying to get this person in your life. And Spirit's saying, stop pushing so hard. It's not happening right now. But let's look at the tarot energy and see what comes out. Why is the Magician in reverse? There's the Lovers. There's a Gemini here for sure. Because there's the King of Wands that's in a relationship, but not in a relationship. Leo's here. Sagittarius is here. And Aries is here. It's like, I'm in a relationship, but I have a choice. This is a nightmare. I have the Lovers is here. It's like it's a Gemini, and they're in this nightmare. I'm regretting this. I have remorse for being in this relationship. So I'm not really there. There's a lot of bickering and fighting going on. He's in reverse. This King of Wands. He's usually a Leo, and it's like there's a relationship, maybe with a Gemini. This could be a Sagittarius and a Gemini, but it's been a nightmare. I regret it. Why do they regret it? Use your intuition, Spirit says. What do you mean? I might be missing something. They have bad boundaries. They have no boundaries. So that's why this relationship is struggling. And somebody's been left out in the cold. What's going to be the, what's the Tower? Roaming wild, partying, healing. No, it's about not having children and getting away from these, maybe about getting away from somebody because of their children. There's going to be partying. You're going to realize that you want to celebrate your friendship and heal. And there's some children that you want to get away from. Or not having children. It might be what you're healing from, that you couldn't have children. And you want to move on. You're ready to move on because of some children. What's the Three of Cups? That's the happiness. So you want to have you want to celebrate, party, have friendship that turns to love and heal. Why are the children in reverse? Because of the bad boundaries and somebody having this feeling of being imprisoned. No boundaries and feeling trapped and helpless. Wanting out of trapped, helpless, hopeless situation. Why is that hopeless and helpless? Somebody got hurt. There's the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The moon is here. So there was supposed to be an offer made in secret, but you didn't get it, and so you got hurt. Secretly, you were supposed to get an offer. Or this could have been like somebody who was secretly pregnant, but this was looked at as property instead of a pregnancy. Because I've seen the Ace of Pentacles show up as a baby, but only when the person having it is looking at it as a money, you know, like a piece of property or money, an opportunity to make money. And there's no love for this child. There's no love for this child. It's like they felt like they were trapped. There was no boundaries, and this was hurtful because they were looking at this like it was property or an opportunity, or there was no opportunity for this new beginning, this Ace of Pentacles. Strength on the bottom of the deck. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the moon? Because of that Tower. The King of Pentacles in reverse, a long wait, and somebody lying about this. Yeah, they said they had forgotten about you. They're also spying on you. Remember I said somebody was spying or watching. So you're realizing that this person kept you waiting for a long time and then lied on you at the same time. They lied about it. They said they had forgotten about you. Why is the Tower here? You're realizing this because you've been soul searching about how to get it, how to make it right. What's going to be, that's two major arcanas clarifying the Tower. Justice and the Hermit. 10 of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck. What's going to bring this to justice? The universe will make it right. A sexual encounter. A fair and balanced relationship. And a reunion that you have. Somebody you have a lot of memories with. You're going to have a sexual encounter and be fair and balanced. Because somebody's learned their lessons. Why is the Hermit here? This is what you're soul searching about. The Three of Pentacles and mirroring in reverse. So somebody doesn't see their part in having a third party. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could definitely be a Gemini. What is their part? Mind games, juggling, needing to choose a path, coming out of a dark time, moving to the next stage, but rejecting somebody. That's their part. And bickering and fighting. This doesn't sound like a good reading at all. Can you give me any more information out of this deck? Soulmate, healing, passion, and retreat. Time alone. So you're healing from a soulmate, and you passionately want to get away from this, it looks like. What's going to be the outcome of the soulmate that you're healing from? Trust that there's chemistry, be patient, and use your intuition. The outcome is going to be trust, chemistry, patience, and use your intuition. With setting boundaries, a second chance, and acceptance. Anything else we need to know? That finances are a factor and you have a true love. Clarify the true love. You rejected. Rejection is strictly sexual. The true love was rejected and strictly sexual? Clarify the true love that was strictly sexual. There was an addiction. Alright. Why do we need to know this? Because somebody needs to go slow and be vulnerable. Why do they need to be vulnerable? Because they need to put away the computer. Why do they need to do that? Take a leap of faith. Have acceptance when it comes to obstacles. What's the leap of faith about? Your stability and a friendship. Why is the friendship here? Because of integrity in your marriage and interference. The friendship here. So the friend doesn't want to interfere in your marriage. It looks like you're still married to somebody. You may be truly in love with this person. What's going to be the outcome of the marriage and the true love? You're going to have balance in your marriage. You're longing for friendship, though. So maybe what you lack here is friendship in this. Like, maybe it's just strictly sexual. There's no friendship. There's no... Alright. So you're dealing with a soulmate. Why do they keep longing, forgiveness and longing? You're longing for this person to forgive you. It's strictly sexual. You're longing and strictly sexual. Why are they longing for friendship and strictly sexual? Because they're in denial, but awakening. What are they awakening to? There's a warning. Clarify the warning. It's about trust. There needs to be balance. Alright, what do you mean balance? There were obstacles to you having acceptance and learning a spiritual lesson. There were obstacles here for you to learn a spiritual lesson and to have acceptance. Alright, so what's going to be the outcome of this marriage? Interference. There's interference in a marriage. Alright, what's going to be the outcome of the interference? That is the marriage. The marriage is going to get a second chance. So your marriage is getting a second chance because of interference. And somebody that has integrity. So there's somebody in this, there's a third party here that you had been having plans to go see secretly. You were making silent moves to go see this person, and you had pretended like you had forgotten about them, and there was gossip around that. And you truly, there's somebody, a main female, that's going to have a lot of respect. But there's somebody who has integrity, and they're not going to interfere in your marriage. There needs to be an apology. Why does there need to be an apology? Because of an obsession. What do you mean obsession? With a past life love. And you're longing. So maybe you have a twin flame that's married and you've been trying to interfere in that marriage. If so, you need to apologize. Take a leap of faith towards a friendship you're longing for. What's going to be the outcome of this friendship? That's going to be the outcome. Friendship. And protected. Why is the friendship even here? Because of support. And it was strictly sexual. So maybe you just had sex with a friend and then they rejected you. And there was nothing more to it. It was just strictly sexual. And this person's like, I'm not going to keep seeing you because I know you're married and I don't want to interfere in your marriage. That's what it looks like. How are the angels helping here? Giving you courage, resurrection, forgiveness, faith, and purity. With gratitude on the bottom of the deck. So it looks like you had sex with somebody you shouldn't have, and you were planning to go see them again, but or you may have gone to see somebody. It's okay to fail. Embrace the unknown. Yeah, you made a mistake in your relationship by having sex with a friend, is what it looks like to me. Alright. And that person may have become obsessed with you and would not leave you alone, and you're trying to have integrity. It could be you who's trying to have integrity, and the person just won't leave you alone. But if you're instigating that, then don't blame it on them. Alright, we have cultivate peace and bloom like a badass. Bloom like a badass and cultivate peace, with always settle for more on the bottom of the deck. Number 5. A lotus home is in the mud. It grows from the muck. Your life force too often grows out of the muck of circumstances, trauma, despair. Don't curse the mud of your experience. It's growing the petaled fragrance of your flowered life beneath the surface. Don't curse this moment. Choose it. Claim it as a benefactress and a holding space for your future unfolding. The lotus does not allow the dirt that surrounds it to affect its growth. Persist, you lovely thing. And then 36, cultivate peace. It looked like somebody had a one-night stand or something. Or they had sex with a friend and they were married. And it looked like it happened because they went somewhere on a trip. And it was like a secret admirer type thing where it was a blind date. And you didn't probably know they were married, but when you had sex with them, you became obsessed possibly. Because it may have turned out to be a twin flame or something like that. I haven't seen twin flame though, I don't think. Cultivate peace. Peace is possible in any given moment when you're not living in the future or the past. You're invited to unplug from your ambitions and let go of any regrets. Dwell in this moment only. Let this now have no anxiety and no shame. Both of those are pesky guys, anxiety and shame. Will be hanging around later, looking for attention, but you can decide for now to leave them outside your house of belonging. Surrender to the peace at the core of your eternal soul. Hug your heart, submerge in a bath, take a nap. Your peace is a friend waiting to be welcomed. And then number 44. So yeah, it had something to do with having sex outside of your marriage. And maybe you're feeling a little shame about that. What you believe you are worth comes from early programming. You didn't make that program, but you can remake it. Take out the old software that says you are limited in scope and should be functional and realistic with your dreams. Once you're willing to befriend uncertainty and failure, you are free to recognize your soul is limited and have the power to tap that potential through your choices. You can settle for less or settle for more. The effort is the same. So it looks like you're going to have a second chance in your marriage, even though there was some unfaithfulness involved. You're not going to do it again, I don't think. And your marriage is going to be resurrected. You do still have friendship showing up, though. And it was somebody who was supportive and strictly sexual. And you had an obsession with this person, or they had an obsession with you. And I think you rejected them, but you played, whoever did this played mind games with this person. They pretended like they wanted to be with them, and maybe even had pregnancy involved, I'm not sure. There's a mess here, though, I'll tell you that. Somebody has a mess here. But it looks like you are going to get a second chance if you are the one who's married and did this. It looks like this person is going to give you a second chance. Maybe somebody thinks they're incomparable and they're not. I feel like I've missed something here. But who knows? If you resonate with it, maybe you'll let me know somehow. Okay. You went on a journey to stay on the... You went on a journey to stay with this privileged lady secretly. And somebody was... They were expecting money. Like, they thought they were going to get money out of you. Maybe they tried to blackmail you. They were deceptive. And somebody is a main female that has a lot of respect. There's an unhealthy attachment here, but it's leading you to personal healing and happiness. What am I missing, Spirit? What am I missing? Can I get some oracle messages here, please, for what I'm missing? What am I missing? Somebody's dream. All right, what about their dreams? Their dream is that they can reconcile. So what you really want is that you can reconcile your marriage, I think. And what's going to be the outcome of reconciliation? You're going to have good luck, justice, inspiration, healing, protection, and empowerment. So it's going to turn out well for you. And you're also going to have prosperity. Okay. So somebody in a marriage cheated. What would the husband say to the wife? Is the grass greener? Where have you been my whole life? And I can't love you the way that I want. What would the wife say to the husband? I smile when I'm reading. And I don't even like to text, but I'll text you all day long. What would the third party say to either one of these people? I'm empty, my feelings are on E, and what am I going to do with you seriously? So, yeah, the person that they were supposed to be having this affair with doesn't have any feelings for them anymore, or never did. Oh, but I'm falling in love with you? So, the husband wants to know if the grass is greener. The wife is texting somebody else, and they're falling in love. The person they're texting, it's late, really late. Why aren't, yeah. It looks like this wife had an affair on this husband. Bam. It does look like you're going to get a second chance, though, if you want it. There's an unhealthy attachment, though, at the core of all of this. What's going on with the money here? Somebody's a rescuer, and they're unlocking something. What are they unlocking? Their soul tribe, the scientific method, a crafter, and a partnership, and a teacher. Anything else financial going on here? There's something going on at home, a gift, going to the next level, and you have a lot emotionally going on. You're maybe thinking about buying stuff. Don't do emotional spending, okay? Outcome of the next level. The next level is going to put you on the right path. And your happiness is here with retail. So be careful about spending money online or buying stuff to make yourself feel better. Your best friend already said something to us, I think. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Alright, Spirit, show us what trinkets you have for this reading. I have a skeleton playing a guitar, me versus me, dream, hope, trust, love, a Catholic thing, a buck, a deer with antlers, a Roman numeral dial. She believed she could, so she did. An archangel, maybe Michael, a pistol or a gun. Oh, wait, that might be a bird. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's a bird. An owl, 2 skeleton keys, a turtle, a yin and yang, a family tree that says life is a gift, and a butterfly that says miracles happen. So in this case, reversing the roles you need to, but it looked like the feminine here had cheated on their husband. I have skeleton keys, black tourmaline, a feather, turquoise, a rocking horse, a crown, a prick, no matter where, a compass, a bullet, live your dream, and I have my pirate. So it looks like somebody went on a trip or was going to go on a trip and stay with somebody, and they were expecting some unexpected income, and they have a lot of respect because it looks like they know you're married and they're not trying to interfere in your marriage, even though at some point this relationship had been strictly sexual, or may still be. They may have backed away because you're married, and your marriage, it looks like it's going to have a second chance, and hopefully that'll work out very well for you. I hope so. All right, I guess that's going to be a wrap. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.